With that, let's get up to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Standing by for the call from venerable Lambeau Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Clear skies, but pretty chilly. That's the situation in Green Bay, Coach. Actually had a dusting of an autumn snow last night, but that's gone, and we are set for football at Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. From up top, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And an alley to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Jones, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league. It's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jimmy Graham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's Carr. Flush to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. On first down, Carr. He's going to fire this thing deep right, trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Working from the gun. Rodgers trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. 20. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Check.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. Still churning, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll try to run it in with Jones. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have taken the lead.
They decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Carr now on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Dean Lowry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. On second down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Chance. Play to one. Express.
They'll run with Jacobs. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They go with Jacobs. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Carr's throw here caught by Williams. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing on first down is Carr. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time for the Raiders. 54 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. They'll try to run it with Jacobs. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Trent Taylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back, and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense led by Antonio Brown heading back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Carr gonna throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time for the Raiders. 69 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing now is Carr. He gets it to Brown. Good play.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to get him for a loss of about 3. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now. To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Rashawn Gary brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. To throw is Carr. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. He's got a man. It's Williams. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down of the 4th quarter with a lead, but hey, you get it as a coach, you look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I'm coaching, that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders! 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rodgers now to throw. It's caught outright by Graham. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Nick Nelson that time who got a hand in to break that one up. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tyrell Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Carr to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch out.
On the delay, Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown. And
it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You were Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for